We're live, pal.
All right, welcome back to D&D with the Dirty 20.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
hey! Look at all these fucking faces.
That's what we are, pal.
Eat your locks.
Count your shekels.
All right,
Right foot creep boy.
yeah. All right, so last time, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't remember why we didn't play last week.
Lewis, it was Lewis this time.
Of course it was Lewis. That fucking
Lewis had to cancel, and Lewis was a half an hour late. Fucking guy.
Right.
Whoa.
Next week you can blame me.
All right, so last week, after you guys found yourselves in the middle of that battle on that battlefield, as both armies began approaching you, you guys ran towards the human side. Nori and Tinzo did not. They ran towards the ogres and trolls and goblins. And Nori, using create/destroy water, destroyed just a ridiculous amount of eyeballs of all of the individual goblins and everything that she came across, until one giant troll ended up falling on top of her. Tinzo, realizing the situation he was in, grabbed a hold of her hand and thunder stepped them both out of there, creating a large hole, just wiping out a bunch more of the the fighters. Got back to the party, and so as you guys all watched this battle start to play out, you came across the two leaders on the human side, a Lord Braun and a lady. What's her name? Hold on. There it is. High Lady Celeria Dragonbreast, which was the running joke of the fucking night.
Shoves shit in their kid's face.
Wasn't her kid. It was Lord Braun's kid.
Oh, I didn't know the distinction at the time.
Yeah,
Another blood feud.
Because she is an elf. He's just a human. While talking to them, you watched as the black dragon that was flying overhead decided it was fucking everything up, and then it came up upon you guys. Kaywin decided he was going to try to have words with it, and then proceeded to start interrupting the dragon, so it smacked the shit out of him.
My motivation at the time was the Baxter scene with the bear from Anchorman.
Yeah.
I am friend to all dragonkind. To
Dragon
no
tried-
Cataujo.
The dragon tried just killing you all with its necrotic breath. Lady Dragonbreast saved you all with a shield. Afterwards, the dragon ended up kind of saying "fuck this" and flying off. You returned with both the leaders as the battle started to become evident. You returned with them back to their forward camp. There, most of the party went to a bar called what did I name it again? Was it the
You can make a new name.
the Brass Grail?
Oh, girl.
Yes.
The Brass Grail.
I like this running. I like this running gag that you have.
Yes. The Brass Grail. Tinzo went in and had words with Lady Dragonbreast about the area and the situation you've all found yourselves in, with portals and people coming here and so on and so forth. He was given directions to go to the library, to go to Baldur's Gate and then get information from the Great Library. You guys had a little party that night. The next morning, you stole a wagon, a one-horse wagon, after getting the kids working the stalls stoned. The racist kids, racist towards elves, and then Kivonian shoveled shit into the one kid's face, not understanding who the kid might be. And you made off for the road.
Worth
And
it.
that's where we find ourselves now. You find yourselves on the main road leading away from this area, the green fields. Let me see. Let me see if I remember whether or not I gave you guys a name for it. That's right. It's the Oldune. You're on, so you find yourselves on the Oldune Trail heading west. What do you guys do? You know, what are you doing? Oh, and actually, with that being said, let me make sure. Yep, you're on the road.
So I'm assuming we're all walking down and we've been chatting for a
Well,
while.
we're in the wagon. We didn't steal it for no reason.
Oh, well, sorry. So
You're all on the wagon.
we're traveling and are we bantering or are we just resting or are we?
This is what you guys. It's early morning. It's like barely past the crack of dawn in the morning. You guys have probably been on the road for a good 30 minutes at this point. You feel it's safe to kind of relax out of potential reach of any waking soldiers from the camp. Yeah.
I look over to Kaywin and I go, did it feel as good to you as it did to me when I shoved that pile of shit in that kid's face?
Oh no, fuck those kids for sure.
For real, fuck those kids. I don't care about any consequences that could potentially come from shoving shit.
He was just a stable boy.
Yeah, just a stable boy.
As you finish that sentence, you hear in the faintly from the southeast the sound of a horn. Very, very faintly, but very aggressively played.
Was it time for revelry already?
I turn around and that could have nothing to do with us, right, guys? What did you guys think about that? It was pretty good, right?
Well, considering I'm sleeping with an elf, I'm okay with what you guys did.
Very good. Very good. And how about this horse and wagon, right? This pretty sweet setup we got now, right? We're traveling in style for the first time.
It's such a great day. That horn is definitely not for us.
You know what?
Who's driving right now?
While we're driving.
Anyone?
I roll up a lotus joint.
We trust the horses that much.
We just straight up trust the horses to go. Got it.
Yeah, I got no problem. We're on the road. The horses see it.
They're very smart. They're very smart horses. I tell the horse where to go.
Right towards
I could. I literally could. I could talk to the horse and tell him where to go, and if he knows where to go, he would go.
That's true. What's the horse's name? Guys, we need to name this horse before we get too far.
His name is
Let's name him
Horse.
Kevin. Everybody agree?
Name the animals. It's gonna die.
No, this horse is gonna be with us for the rest of the campaign.
That's what we said about the other horses.
Until we have to figure out how to get a horse through a portal.
Yeah.
We just gotta be with the horse all the time.
Hey, remember that time that orc was with us? No? Anybody? Rest in peace.
Who?
Did we pour one for him?
Who?
Nobody? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Chiron he looks over at Tinzo. He's like, God, man, what the fuck's your problem?
How was your night, Chiron?
Good. I slept.
Yeah, with you
Chiron,
want to tell us what happened?
Chiron, I'm in such a good mood. I hand him a rolled lotus joint. So here you go. Some of that good elf lotus for you, buddy.
Yeah. He looks back at Tinzo. He goes, don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. Well, at least you have him being a happy bitch. That's good.
Well, what's your fucking? What crawled up your bed sheet last night?
Thankfully, not you.
You guys have bed sheets?
Bedroll. Whatever. You know what I fucking meant.
Anybody got some disinfectant? My hand kind of has shit on it still. Oh no, I sheltered it, right?
What is what's
Wait,
this disinfectant you speak of?
I don't know. I got possessed for a second. I was speaking in tongues.
So as you guys you're cruising down, westwards, you see a small village on the coming up. Let me find it. There it is. So you come across a small village.
Very quaint.
Very, very super quaint.
My farming and fishing village in Canada.
It looks like it looks like a small Scandinavian village.
Yep. So as you guys roll into, you roll in. It's nothing seems really out of the ordinary. Everybody, it's not much going on. It's a very small village. Like, you see a sign for a tavern, you see a sign for a blacksmith, and you see a sign for just like a leather maker. But considering you guys have never, you don't know where you are, you don't know anything about this world.
I mean, are there signs? We could read signs.
Hold on 1 second.
Or even paranormal signs?
There are
Paranormal signs as in, like, what?
There are things in this world that you cannot understand.
Exactly. Zach Bagan.
Oh. Give me a perception check.
Yay. All right, hold on.
I like how the first thing you do is this place spooky?
Are we spooky?
Is this place spooky or not?
8.
An 8?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of perception.
This place is totally not spooky.
I don't think anyone has died here in the entirety of history.
It does look fairly new construction too.
This is fresh. What time of day is it?
It's early morning. It's probably, I'd say, about 8 in the morning at this point.
Okay, so
So we're only a couple of hours from the
people have been up doing farming things.
Okay. And we're trying to get to Baldur's Gate. That's the goal again?
Yep.
Okay. I turned to the group. I said, should we stop and ask for directions? Anybody need supplies?
Yeah,
I see a blacksmith over there.
Take a peek. Look around.
I will check the blacksmith's wares.
I think it's time for a shopping episode, guys.
Montage. Shopping
Yeah.
montage. Let's go to the mall.
Who's going to teach us to haggle?
Today.
Well, I refuse to pay full price.
No.
I won't pay a penny over 35 cents.
Fitting for the guy eating blocks and bagels. All right, so Fatu, as you're approaching the blacksmith shop, you notice his forge outside. He's just got it lit. It's a dwarven man sitting out there. He's got a pipe in his mouth. He's got an eye patch, and he looks moderately miserable. He's already covered in soot. You don't know if it's from this morning or if he just doesn't bathe. He sees you, and I take it Inafine and Ruckus walking up, and he, as you're approaching him, he's like, "Oi, how can I help you?"
Sir, I was wondering if you could upgrade this hammer. And I hand him the hammer that I took from the other world.
Okay, the regular just steel hammer.
By the way, Cavonian does follow you in because I think I need to upgrade my weapons too. But continue your thing.
So he takes it and he goes, upgrade. What do you mean? What are you looking to do?
What could I do to give this thing a little bit more kick? Is there anything in the forge that you could add to it? Any dwarven magic or any runes?
Oh, I never learned any of the old dwarven magic. He kind of looks around. He's looking at what he's got ingots of. He's like, I could put like a cap on it, kind of a layer on the outside of the metal. He goes, the only other thing I could do would be to melt the whole thing down and remake it, and that's a waste of a hammer.
That's very true, my friend. Any armors that you would suggest for me and my group?
I'd say at this point you're looking more for an enchanter. Your best bet would be up at Baldur's Gate.
Tim?
Well, thank you, friend. I tossed him a coin for talking to me.
Okay. Oh, thank you. He looked at it like, all right.
Just so you know, like Nori has like a hood and stuff on because the last place we were at was pretty scary for her.
Because fish person.
Yes, I'm until I am a little more comfortable, I'm trying to lay low.
Okay.
I walk up to the blacksmith as they walk away, and I go, "Hello, friend. I need to get rid of my longsword, and I was wondering if you had any high-end daggers that I could trade for." And out of character, I'm doing this because my longsword uses the strength modifier, and I get a -1 on that, and it's annoying me. So I want to get a dagger.
What kind of? It's just a regular longsword.
Yeah, just a regular ass plain vanilla longsword.
He looks at it. He goes, "A fine sword. Whereabouts would you get this?"
My friend, that sword is from another world. You can't get it anywhere.
No, you got to tell what
One
what
of
do
a
you know
kind.
about multiverse theory?
It is a one-of-a-kind weapon here.
He's holding it, testing the balance. It seems like a regular longsword to me. Sticks it in the ground. He's like, "We're looking for daggers."
Something in the high-end range.
Fancy daggers.
Fancy. He stops and he's looking around. He looks underneath his table. He's like, He goes, "I don't have anything fancy on hand. I could make you something, my lad. It'd take me a few days, but it'd be a fine adamantine sword or dagger for."
I turn to the who's in the blacksmith with us right now with me.
I thought it was everybody. We were all going like.
I didn't. I know you, Fatu, Inafine, Ruckus, all went over there. I don't know who else did.
I guess we're all in there.
Yeah, I pictured like a shopping montage, like we're all like skipping together.
So everybody's standing over there, not looking weird at all.
I'm handling security. I'm just like giving the guy the ocular pat down.
I'm just looking around in his little area.
I turn around to the group and I say, "Well, I definitely could use that new dagger, but I don't want to be the only one that's holding the group up here for days. So either we just move on, or
what
do
other
you
shops
wanna-
are here?
do you guys want to get upgrades? So if we're going to be here for a bit, we're all waiting for something to get made. And by upgrade, I mean like just see if he can make you guys something." And I turn back to the blacksmith as like, "You should be egging them on, pal. You could stand to make a lot of gold here."
Me debating in the back whether or not we should rob this guy.
This fine dwarven blacksmith has already told you his limits. can't enchant anything, so you can't make anything much strong magic-wise. So the magic users here really can't get anything from him. But what other shops are here? So maybe we can check other shops out. Maybe we can find other things that'll keep us here for a couple of days, so you can get your weaponry.
Sir, what other shops are available here in this town?
Oh,
And is there anybody else in the store with you?
that's my
Are you
wife.
Oh my god.
The only other shop we've got here, the armor across the way.
Ooh,
Look at
Okay.
that.
So I'll go check out the armor because I want to upgrade some armor.
Can we please rob the town?
we all give you the no shake. It's like we just robbed.
Oh,
them on
that was entirely out of character. I was just.
Yeah, of course.
Can we rob?
I can't rob my dwarven brethren. Sorry, bro.
I go over to
You don't have to, but would you mind being a party?
I go over to the blacksmith real quick, and I ask him, my friend, can you give me just to refresh my mind, where exactly is Baldur's Gate?
From here, you're going to be heading west until you're going to reach another village. What's the name of that town? I can never remember. I never really leave here. Then you're going to head north where the road turns north. You follow that all the way up to you'll get when you get to Baldur's Gate, you'll know.
Okay, thank you so much. We're trying to get to the library of Baldur's.
Librarian. He stops, he goes, I mean, I know of a few libraries in Baldur's, but anyone in particular?
Lady Solaria told us of a possible library in Baldur's or even Neverwinter. Just to get some information that we're fondly interested in.
Yes, she gave us that fine steed and cart that we have outside. A gift.
Yes, a gift.
Looks over your shoulder, sees the horse and wagon just sitting there completely unmanned and not properly, secured anywhere. The horse is just like, aye. He looks back over at Tinzo and he goes, I hope you find your information, lad. He goes, I don't know. I don't know how to give you better directions to any of the libraries. Unless she meant Candlekeep. But that's before Baldur's Gate, so...
Candlekeep. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your information, friend.
Alright. He turns back to Kavonian, he goes, yeah, if you want, I can make you an adamantine dagger. It'll take a few days. Just because I haven't worked with adamantine in a while, it's not that often somebody wants fancy weapons around these parts.
I only like the fancy weapons.
But he stops. He goes, as he kind of looks you up and down. He goes, but seeing as your position, he goes, wouldn't you feel better with a little mithril instead of adamantine?
That might be worth more than this entire town. I call back to Lord of the Rings. All right.
Yes, no, I got it.
You've piqued my interest, sir.
I mean, I just know that the elves tend to work more with mithril over adamantine and steel and other metals. He's like, that's why I'm a little confused as to your request.
You're the one that said adamantine, sir.
Well, that's the best I've got.
Master Dwarf, in your professional opinion, would you say the elven craftsmanship is superior?
If you get the right blacksmith, yes, the best elven blacksmith is better than an average man, but I'm no man.
One more for the good guys.
It's neither here nor there.
I've seen some of
It's
the
better than
greatest
what I have
dwarven
now.
blacksmiths craft some of the finest elven weaponry. Isn't that right, Inafine?
Yes.
Damn right.
He looks at Fatu and he's like, damn right.
That's my best friend over there, by the way. I will take the adamantine dagger, thank you. It's better than what I have currently.
He looks at the longsword. He goes, "You're looking to sell this?"
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna need to hang on to it until the dagger's ready, though.
that's fair. Come back in 2 to 3 days. If this is my only work I've got right now. He goes, price. If you're selling the sword, you say it's one of a kind on this world.
It's you will find I am correct. I am not lying at all.
Then I would say rarity of the metal, time, quick turnaround. 800 gold piece.
What?
800 gold piece.
Brother, he won't pay a dime over 100 gold piece.
Well, then I got nothing for you, friend.
Hold on, I'm trying to. So I forget how much I have. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
You're all rich.
oh yeah. Okay.
My man here has
Bring
plenty.
it down to 700, and you've got a deal. With the one of a kind sword.
I will only go as high as 250.
Actually, sir, we're gonna be here for a few days. Maybe heaps. You would lower the price if there was anything you needed, any thing
Side quest.
that you need us to do, a quest,
Side quest.
maybe a job you need done.
On the side. Questing.
Yes.
He goes,
You have rats in the basement.
rats? No rats. He goes, I live a simple life.
Anybody come around trying to collect money from you that you don't owe?
No, nothing like that has happened in quite some time.
Hmm.
We live good, simple lives. No, I get my metal deliveries regularly. He goes, there's nothing I could think of that I need done. This is,
Well,
sorry, friend. It's a small village.
I
I
have
got
smith's tools. What if I helped you craft a hammer?
Craft with friendship.
You're going to help me. You're going to stay here for a few days and help.
Hey,
Another dwarf companion
might as well make a friend.
singing songs, throwing dishes.
He looks you up and down. I don't know if your friend's going to help take some of the pressure off me, then I can give it to you for that price.
For 7.
For 7.
I shake his hand. You have a deal, sir. But we do the forearm to forearm.
I walk over and I grab one of his leather aprons that he has hanging, and I strap it on, and I go, Cavonian, I promise you, in 3 days' time, you will have a blade that you'll be so proud of.
We're blacksmiths now.
Blacksmiths!
All right.
So Tony just went to work.
I roll my eyes and walk out the door.
I start clanging and banging with the hammer with a big smile on my face because I'm a dwarf and we love blacksmithing.
All right. Give me real quick. What should I have you roll for this?
Turkey, baby.
I'm going to go secure the horses.
Horse.
They've just been
Singular.
aimlessly walking around the town.
If anybody's going to the armorer, I would follow for that as well.
Let's
Or
go.
I'll just go
All
there.
right. Fatu, give me a dexterity check.
Gotta check that
18
out.
plus 2, that's a dirty 20, my friend.
The dirty 20.
Yeah.
So you are doing well with handling as you're there, handling the metals, handling everything, breaking stuff down.
Sorry, I was late on that one.
Jesus Christ, Tate. So late.
I'm just juggling hammers like they're nothing.
Give me one more.
I'm just thinking of that whole scene in the beginning of the newer Conan movie when the father is making the sword and then that dramatic music is playing.
Yeah.
It's fire and ice. Stupid.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to that. So Fatu and Enafine or at least Fatu is helping this dwarven blacksmith make a dagger. Where are the rest of you guys? What are the rest of you guys doing?
Going to the armor.
Follow them to the armor.
Yeah, I'm going to armor.
I'm gonna go secure the horses because apparently that's a thing we had to do. We didn't do.
I thought there was a parking spot up front. Actually, that's just where the horse stopped because nobody was controlling it.
The horse is just wandering around pulling a cart.
I was like, go shopping. I can't walk anymore.
All right. Real quick, Fatu, give me a intelligence check to see how well you can work with the adamantine metal.
Work it.
12 plus 3.
All right. So
You're so close to having your claws.
while you are very dexterous with when it comes to handling the tools and the metal and like you're good at, you know how to strike and strike the metal. Yeah. You don't know quite enough.
You very quickly realize I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, well, adamantine being the difficult metal it is to work with, you don't know quite enough yet.
Well, isn't that where he comes in?
Yes.
The other guy? Okay.
Well, I'm saying that more in the sense of like you not knowing as much as you could, like it keeps things kind of slowed down because you're not able to do stuff while he's, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Am I learning?
Yeah. So you're learning. So we cut back to the armorer shop. Enafine, as you walk up to this stand. You see two humans, one woman, dark skin, very not disheveled, but very common folk where she's working the booth. Behind her is a moderate-sized human man, very fair-skinned, covered in just grime, dirt, and he is just working, putting together some breastplate at the moment as you walk up. She sees you coming. She's like, "Oh, how you doing this morning? How can I help you?"
Hi, I'm looking for either dwarven or elven pieces of armor, whatever they are, if you have any.
Well, we don't. She looks under. She goes, "We don't have anything that would be considered elven of that make." She goes, "We have some pieces designed after dwarven made, but nothing that fancy.
What
Not a.
So it's
Huh?
the dwarven, the armor designed after dwarven armor. What is that made out of?
Well, the ones we have iron and steel. We don't have anything in particular that we know was made by dwarves. But she holds up like a large whole chest piece that looks very similar to like what Fatu is wearing. Like it's got the spikes. It's she goes oh, it looks like what he's wearing, kind of like right over there.
I'm sitting in the thing, sweating, just swinging a hammer. And
The glow from the fire is just putting the contours on your face.
As you turn around and you look, you see Fatu looking like he's in front of this, like he's got this molten hot like piece of metal that he's just like straight Zoolander he's like striking it
Like with the miner hat on.
yeah. And he wipes off his brow and then his chest. But back, so that she's like, pretty much that's the best metal. That's the best we have.
Okay. Do you have anything light enough for me to like wear?
She looks at what you're wearing. Let me have, hold on. That's good. So she looks you up and down. She sees what you're wearing. She looks back at her husband. She looks, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I have nothing better than what you're already wearing.
What about maybe like is there any like gauntlets or like a sleeve type armor thing? Maybe
You're looking for gauntlets?
one. Yeah, like
Yeah.
one armor, 2 armor, yeah.
Yeah, she holds up. She's like, we have steel iron gauntlets. Nothing too fancy. Most of what we have, they got leather work stuff too. She's like, most of this is just for hunters and your average militia fighter.
I peek my head out from behind her like this, and I go, "What about fancy leathers?"
Are they fancy hunters?
And she kind of peers back around. She goes, "What kind of fancy leathers would you be looking for?"
Well, I think it's time for a replacement of my leather armor, which is light armor, by the way. I only do the light. And I just need an upgrade, something better than what I've got. And if you have it, I'm here to buy.
She looks you up and down. She goes,
See?
There's a bit of like a blushing reaction to her. She goes, we do have one fine set of leather armors. Probably wouldn't do anything in better than what you're wearing, but for appearances, she goes. She kind of looks you up. She's gonna do an insight check to try to.
So out of character, what you're saying is this is like a cosmetic upgrade. I'm still gonna have the same AC.
Yes.
Okay.
So as she's looking at you, she's like,
Character.
Yeah. She's like, I think you'd get a kick out of this. And she walks inside the blacksmith shop, and she comes back out with this suit, this leather armor. It is all white. And she explains to you that her husband killed this like white elk, this rarity kind of like generational elk out in the woods.
The white horse.
Yeah. She goes. She looks at you. She goes. The husband calls it alabaster.
And I will call it alabastard. What does that run for, my lady?
She goes. To be honest, we never thought anybody would buy it. He's looking to sell it at this point for 60 gold.
Sold. I
Okay.
mean, I guess that's a good price. I'll take it.
Out of character, can that white armor at least have a nice white duster for Kevin?
Oh, it's got like a whole like over.
Are
like,
we making him
kinda-
Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania entrance? The white cowboy gear.
Assless chaps all day.
So she hands it to you. She takes the 60 gold piece. She goes, wow. She looks back. She looks back at her husband. She goes, hey, sold alabaster. And he's like, what? He goes, I've had that for years. Never thought anybody would buy that. The cheapskates in this village. He goes, that's some fine worked leather, sir. You enjoy that.
I put it on and I go, how do I look? And the room just brightens. Flash a smile, a toothy grin.
Does it have that fresh leather sound when he walks?
Oh,
Who opens a leather shop in Arizona? They'll be out of business in a week's time.
You all notice as the sun bears down on this, it is so white, it is blinding to look directly at in direct sunlight.
Is he glowing like a freaking angel?
I'm just
Yeah.
standing there like this. Like, yes. Bask in me.
So we have therefore eliminated any sort of daytime stealth mission.
Having my own leathers. I didn't trade them in.
Chiron looks at you and he's like, my God, it's glorious.
Thank you, my friend.
Is that all you wanted to do there?
For me, yeah, I'm like, I am happy with today.
So
and
are
I
you
go and I walk around town by myself now.
all
to
right,
show-
so hold on. As you turn to walk away, you hear from behind you the woman and her husband. He goes, you're missing the best part. And she goes, sir, 1 second. And she runs back inside and she comes back. She goes, you forgot your hood. And she throws you this white hood.
Oh no.
Oh my!
Full regalia.
I put it on and I go, oh, this is a really pointy hood.
He goes,
How,
the inside
how
is
how are the eye holes? Can you see out of it?
It's actually, it's not like that. It's like a full kind of, more like a cowl, I'd say. He goes,
We went real race.
No, we
he
did.
goes, that one, he's like, that I took special care with. The around on the top of it to protect your skull, it's actually great white dragon scales. It's glorious.
Oh.
You wear that with pride, sir.
I'm like, after I put it all on, I was like, do you have a mirror?
Oh yeah, it's right over here.
You can hear me. I look up for a second, and you can hear me laughing from the blacksmiths.
I look in the mirror and I go, Jesus Christ. No, I don't say Jesus Christ. Hold on. I say, by the gods, this is amazing. The world needs to see this. And I just turn around and I run out of the door and I just start parading through the streets.
It's Staying Alive starts playing.
Yeah.
I take out my lute and I start playing Fantasy Staying Alive and singing the lyrics, walking through town. And you just hear me fade away into the small. I don't go that far. I'm staying in town. But you hear me fade away.
So Fatu is working on this dagger. Kevonian is spreading his message throughout the village of
Apparently
Greenest.
starring in his own music video.
I am John Travolta.
What is anybody else doing? And if
asked-
did you have any more questions or?
I was gonna get like, what are they, bracers? No,
Yeah.
gauntlets, something like that.
Okay. She tells you for like the steel ones they have in stock, a set of them. She'd sell you a set for 10 gold piece.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. So.
I'm just gonna put them on full pair, put it on, thank her, and then walk out and show Fatu. But I don't even think he can pay attention right now because he's so focused on
Yeah.
camera.
I'm learning the fine art of crafting.
Yes.
Yeah. As you're walking over, you just see like you're proud of your new bracers, and you just see Fatu. He's stopped. The other dwarf is he's got a pipe in his mouth, and he's just holding up the piece of metal that he's been working on. He's like, he's not yelling at him in an angry manner, but he's like, Jesus, like, no, you gotta fucking. And you just see Fatu just like, yeah, all right.
All right, I won't let you down, Mick. I swear.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey yo.
What do you mean you don't like turtles? You work at a place that has turtles.
Hey, Butkus. All right, Nori, Tinzo, Kaywin, what are you guys doing?
I'm going back for the cart to secure the cart, and I'm just going to hang out at the cart.
Okay. Nori?
We're just laying low for now.
Tinzo?
Yeah. I asked the lady if she might know of any armors or anything that a wizard may use, or she could recommend outside of town, or if she has any herself.
She looking at what you're wearing, she goes, your best bet would really be the merchants in Baldur's Gate. There's a lot more people who have mastered working, magical items, magical armors, enchanting stuff. They have access to better materials than we do.
Okay.
Magical.
Well,
today?
thank you. I just go ahead and enjoying Kaywin, just chilling out.
Oh, you're enjoying them, huh?
It is June.
Nori,
So
what are you?
Oh.
Nori, what are you doing?
No, it's just laying low.
Give me a quick wisdom save.
God damn it. 13.
13. Okay. As you're kind of huddled up, like covering yourself up,
I'm probably by the cart, like just hanging out.
you hear a moderately familiar voice in your head. Not one that you're friendly to. And you just hear, and it's just like, why do you cover up? If anything, this would be the closest place for you to home.
You hear that in my head,
You hear that in your head.
and I recognize that voice.
You've heard the voice before.
Can I do some kind of check to remember?
Memory
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, I'd say give me a history or an investigation. Sorry.
We'll do 11. History.
On 11, you know the voice is. On an 11, you recognize that you hate this voice. Like you do not. You can't put a name to it. but you like the sound of this voice in your head. It kind of sends chills down your spine because of how much you hate it.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can figure out where this voice is coming from?
Go ahead.
If it's around me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. That's a hot 9.
Oh, you're typical Laura, rolling great. You cannot pinpoint whether or not this voice is coming to you from anywhere physically close, from this realm, from this universe.
Huh.
You have no idea how this voice is in your head. But it's questioning you why you're covering yourself in this world full of every possible race.
I don't know that.
Well, considering everything I said the last time, like when you look at the human army, you see, humans, dwarves, elves, Ashari. You see like people that fit all the molds of everything you've all ever known, and on the other side, you see all like the evil, intelligent races.
So if I hear it in my head, can I think in my head, who are you? See what happens.
Yeah, go ahead. So as you do that, let's say, there's a long pause, and you hear the voice comes back. It's forgotten me already. No bother. And then nothing.
In my head, I'm like, are you my dad?
What the fuck should I? What am I gonna have you roll for that one?
Please be charisma.
Yeah, give me a charisma check on that one.
Okay, hold on. That's a 12, but an 11 because I'm -1.
Dear God. After a very long pause.
You literally self-sabotaged on that one.
Yeah. After a very, very, very long pause, you just hear like, no, I'm not your father.
Sounds like, I don't know if I should say because it's not my role.
I'll just look over at Kaywin. You hear that?
Mufasa? No.
No.
I don't hear anything. I'm actually not even paying attention. I'm just kind of like sitting in the cart.
Yes.
I'm there, like, and then I look at her. I'm like, "Hear what? Talking about?"
No. I hear something. Somebody's talking to me. Think. I don't know.
So,
this is weird.
Chinzo, you've approached Nori now?
Well, I mean, I'm with Kaywin by the cart. She's there too. So
Okay.
That's why I'm responding.
So after you say that to her, you hear the same voice. You hear a voice in your head, and you hear it tell you that trick you played with time won't always work.
So that's playing in my head. The voice, the same voice.
That's what you hear in your head. Like it's like
I know who it is.
Yeah. That trick you time. Won't always.
And then as I hear it, and I'm like, oh. So can I actually conversate with it, or is it just like, okay?
You can try.
Then I'll just say to him, well, I think you're kind of underestimating this group.
As you say that, Kaywin, what exactly are you doing right now?
I was like, are you? I know I'm probably smoking. That's...
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I'm saying it in my head. I'm saying it in my head because you said it where I can talk to it in my head.
So but as you say that in your head, you look at Kaywin, who's just lounging on the cart, smoking weed.
Intentionally
And
not
Nori's just
sharing.
like, and Nori's just like looking under the cart and like around things.
Yeah,
How does this spin?
yeah.
Here's what
And,
I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. I was like, what if I shot somebody through somebody else?
Tinzo, the last thing you hear before silence is just "we will see."
And we'll be waiting.
An arrow
what I say
with
in
a
my-
giant boxing glove on the end of it.
And then I look over at Nori. Like, it's the guy.
Okay, my dad.
You will,
The
You
dude
will
that's
try.
salty. The dude that's salty over us, escaping him. When I rewound time.
Which one? The lizard.
Never
guy?
mind. Never mind. And I just walk off.
okay. So, are you guys planning on staying here for the couple days it takes to make this?
Devonian, when he's done gallivanting around, my end goal is to get the group back together and see if we want to go to the tavern and see if there's any gigs or something we can do while we wait for so like we can be more profitable here while we wait for my dagger.
Is there like a board or something with jobs?
Yeah.
No, I have no intention of working. Gotta sit here.
We could figure out something.
Okay.
Gold, Kaywin.
Yeah.
Mountains and mountains of gold. Kaywin.
I don't know.
So but you guys are. So, are you gonna wait for Tony to get off of his blacksmithing work shift?
He's like coding. He's balls deep. He's plugged in.
He's plugged in.
I would assume that they were going to go do their own thing and then just come back for me and the dagger. I don't know what he's doing.
Like you're gonna be blacksmithing the whole time, like through the night.
Well, I just figured he would come up with a side quest, or there was going to be like you said, guys looking for a board or something, like a quest,
Yeah,
and just come back.
find something to do to keep us busy.
No,
Maybe get
Just
some
to kill
gold.
the time, man. Just
Maybe find more information.
I guess I should have asked how far Boulders is. Maybe it's less than the day that we'd have to wait.
Feel kind of dumb to come back though. We stole their horse and cart. We should just keep going one direction away.
So you got. So your plan is to walk into the tavern.
That's the information hub of any town.
Got it.
That in his travels.
I love how you just have a never-ending configuration of bars.
He knew he would need them.
Yeah, you always need them, bro.
It makes me laugh. That's all.
Just to make it canon, on my circle through the town, I go back through the blacksmith and I walk into Fatu and I say, I found the tavern. It's over here. I'm going to get the rest of the gang together and we'll be there looking for any work, maybe information. When you're done here, meet us there. And then I saunter back out into the blinding sunlight.
Okay.
So it's canon. I got you.
Okay.
Tony. I got you.
All right. So Fatu is not quite there. Everybody else is. So as you guys walk into this tavern, you notice standing behind the bar is a very large dragonborn male, like what appears to be male, very bronze in very bronze in color, like metallic. I guess a very reptilian smile on his face. As you look past him into what you assume is the kitchen, you see steam and some smoke kind of rising up off of through the window, and through it you see this pair of goblins kind of running around in this kitchen, just throwing together all the food. As you enter, sitting on a stool next to the door, is a very large half orc, who's just kind of. He's got like a small table off next to him, just covered in, just full of steins that you could assume beer, and he's just getting himself shit hammered. And there's a couple patrons in the tavern. So what do you do?
Everybody but Fatu is with us right now, right?
Yep, everybody but Fatu.
Okay. I looked at the group and go, 1 round for everybody.
I see the dragonborn behind the bar, and I go, "What the fuck is that?"
He looks at you. He goes, "What the fuck is that?" and he blows out like some steam, kind of shoots out his nose as he says it.
Hey, man, that was so rude, man.
Did one of your ancestors fuck a dragon, or did a dragon fuck a human?
They all kind of fucked each other.
Fascinating.
Is this how you know? Is this what you normally ask the time you walk into a place?
I'm sorry, I've never seen out of one of your kind before. And fascinating. How are you? How are you, chum?
We apologize for him. He gets very excitable when he sees new things.
He takes your comment in a sarcastic manner. He looks at you. He goes, "Do you want this to be the last time you meet one of my guys?"
I split off and I just go walk and sit right over here.
I back away from Kaywin just a couple of feet.
I just put down a thing of gold, and I just say, "Let's start over."
Now you're speaking my language.
Good save. Good save.
Why am I not surprised? A round of drinks for my friends.
Okay.
And a round of drinks for everybody. Huzzah!
3 other people in the bar.
There's the like the half dozen or so patrons that are all kind of drunk. Yay! The half orc at the front door is like, yeah. The dragon.
For that?
What was that?
I thought everybody has like a bell they hit when somebody calls for a round. You know, it's like you pay for that too. It's for satisfaction.
The dragonborn looks at you. He goes, "Is that what you do at your bar?"
Yes.
Well, good thing this isn't your fucking bar.
Mate, can you fly?
I used to be able to.
Incredible. So you can't anymore.
No, not since I had my wings chopped off. Thanks for the memory.
Oh no.
I take my ale and I go sit next to Tinzo.
I always wanted to fly.
He pours the beers for everybody in the party. Pat puts them on the bar. Starts handing out beers to everybody else. He looks at you before you, Kaywin. Anything to eat?
Not right now.
All right. Let me know if I can get you anything.
What do you eat?
I yell from across the bar, "Do you have leg of chicken?"
Are you
Yeah.
are you a carnivore?
I will have 1 leg of chicken.
He turns back towards the kitchen. He goes, "You two fucks, leg of chicken."
I approve of the way you treat goblins.
They're new. They're still getting used to the menu and the pace at which I want my food cooked.
You have like a goblin version of the bear going on.
Yeah.
Do they ever
Yeah.
play shitty metal music?
Yes.
Yes, chef.
Do they? No, they don't have. They're not free to play any music of theirs in my bar. But I have heard this faint, shitty music coming from the woods at night.
And damn it. We cannot get away from this thing, Kaywin.
What thing? Oh, that thing. Fuck him.
We're gonna kill him next time, I swear.
Or not. At this point, I could go either way.
I wave the bartender over, and I say,
That's a mighty fine suit of leather armor.
I put my arm over the thing and I go, "Thank you, sir. I know."
All
And
right. Mighty brave of you to wear that.
Well, when you've seen the things that I've seen, wearing this, you want to be. You know the world deserves to see you.
Kevin's gonna get jumped in the middle of the night, and they're gonna steal his armor.
I'm gonna tie a rope around me before I go to sleep, head to toe.
It's gonna be like in the hood, like they're just gonna like take your shit, like run your shit, boy. You got some nice armor.
Give me them shoes. I say to the bartender, I say, we're looking to be here for a couple of days while we wait for some work to be finished. Is there anything that we can do for the town that maybe pays while we're here?
You looking for work?
Temp work.
I mean, other than cleaning this place up in the mornings, I got nothing for you. You could probably go check the bounty board.
Why didn't you just say that?
Well, that's not work here. You asked about work here.
I said in the town, my friend.
Most of it's not in the town, friend.
I'm gonna go check the bounty board.
Got
Friend.
it.
Oh my god.
We,
Not your,
were you born
I'm
of
not
a
your
woman?
friend, pal.
Did you come out someone's vagina, or were you hatched from an egg?
Oh my god.
Egg.
Oh,
Hey,
remarkable.
I look over at him and I say, what do you know about this black dragon that's flying around?
good question.
Did it? He looks at you. He goes, "Black dragon. Did it give you a name?"
No, I don't remember it giving one.
I thought it started with a C. No.
It didn't, but
That's it was both intentional and for comic relief. N maybe, or a V.
Yeah, I don't think we ever got a name on that. Yeah, no, it's not in my notes.
To be honest,
Never got one.
to be honest, I just wanted to ride him and you know, shoot some shit.
the bartender looks at you. He goes, "I mean, without a name, like it, not much I can really tell you. What did it do?"
It was in the battle of the humans and the goblins when we had arrived here.
Oh, west of here in the green field, right? Or east of here in the green field, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I heard
Anything rings a
heard
bell
we
with
had a
Lord
dragon.
Braun and Lady. What the hell? It's Valyria.
And dragon tit.
Oh yeah,
Lady-
Dragon
Lady Dragon Breast.
Breath. We all giggle.
I mean, they're they're
Tits.
well respected within the realm. So I mean, that's
Her or her tits?
how are her tits?
No, her or her tits. Or well
Her.
respect. Oh,
I say to him, I say, well, they have shitty taste in I say they have shitty taste in stable boys.
Yeah, tell me about it, friend. What happened?
Oh God. No. I walk up. I get up and I go to another table. Go over here.
As you start this fatu, you're outside working at the blacksmith. You hear that horn blare again. Coming from the east.
Does it sound much closer now?
Not, I wouldn't say crazy, like not super duper close, but it does sound closer. Yes. Much more audible.
Okay. I turn over to the other dwarf, and I ask him what that horn. Has he ever heard that horn before?
Smart.
He looks at you. He goes, we've heard that a few times. It's them, man, getting together a group, either going out into battle or going looking for something.
Well, like if something was taken without their knowledge, like they come looking for it, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna be right back.
He looks. Give me a persuasion or deception check real quick.
You wanted a side quest? You got a side quest.
We make our own.
I hope we don't become slaves again.
17 -1 16.
16. Yeah, no, it's good. He looks around, he looks at everything. He goes, you've done a good amount. Yeah, take a break. I'll see you in a few.
You're muted.
All right, thanks, man. I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you go running into the tavern?
Oh, I walk into the tavern.
As he's coming in, I am mid-story telling him how I shoved shit into the stable boy's face after they got all racist on us.
Oh my
As
God.
Cody walks in.
I was like, I was like, and I get everybody into a circle. And
I'll be right back to finish that story.
I know you just gave that guy 800 piece for your silver dagger or whatever the fuck it was.
I didn't give him any money yet.
Okay, right on. I don't think you're getting that dagger, but I think we need to jump.
He does have your longsword, though.
No, I didn't give him that. I said, no. I said, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna have to hold on to this until the dagger is finished because I need. And you said that sounds fair.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. To be fair, no blacksmith would start work without half at least.
I was very persuasive.
I think you're out 400 gold piece. Now listen to me.
350. You gave him half the payment.
350.
I need about 350
right now.
Retcon that whole situation.
I think those horns we've been hearing might be because we stole this card.
What if we just spray paint the card a different color?
What is this? Grand Theft horse carriage?
Grand Theft Equine.
Let's paint the horse pink.
No, not the horse, just the card.
Oh.
I mean, would that throw them off, or would they notice that the card looks exactly like the one they had, just painted differently?
I say we go for boulders and just ditch the card afterwards, and we'll get something else.
Second.
I took all my stuff when I left.
I really like that. I really like that card.
Great.
You go back and get my
Let's go. I think we're done here after your story as well. So let's just get in the damn cart before the horn gets louder.
God damn it! All right, fine.
I run out of the bar and get the cart. But get your shit, get ready. I'll be here in 2 minutes.
Okay.
I go back to finish the story with the bartender.
God damn it, Chiron, grab your bitch. Let's go,
Well, I wanna hear this.
Chiron. God damn it.
He was there.
So the bartender looks at you. He goes, "So you shoveled shit into a small child's face
After I drugged him.
after you drugged him."
Well, he did the drugs himself, but I provided them. But it was
Do you remember what the kid looked like?
he was a little shit.
He kind of looks around. He goes, "And where was this?"
Oh my god.
What? Huh? Oh, you need me now? I gotta go. So, I'm very sorry. See you later, buddy. Thanks for the drink.
Wait, you didn't pay me.
No, we didn't.
All right.
He slapped gold down onto the counter.
I distracted him with gold.
A bag of gold, yeah. So
Count it though.
I didn't-
so everybody's just hopping on the cart and tearing ass out of town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard style.
And I
All
want
right.
50 gold.
Looks like those Dirty 20 boys found themselves in a whole heap of trouble.
So all right, as you're heading out west out of the village, you're going as fast as this fucking poor horse can pull all of you. You hear a couple minutes after you guys had get on the horse and tear out, you hear the horn again. Sounds much closer. As you guys are tearing off through, Kevonian, give me a D20 roll. Just a straight D20.
Come on, babe. 9.
Beautiful. I need you to give me somebody give me a perception check as you look back to the village.
I have a +4.
Dirty 20.
Okay, never
Dirty
mind.
20.
Never mind then.
You see Satinzo as you look back.
Technically, I was supposed to be doing that only for a natural 20, but whatever.
Dirty 20 works too.
It's the name of our podcast.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that should be like a laser.
As you're
I mean,
you're heading west on the open ground out of the village. You look back at the village. You see, coming from the eastern road, a group of horses, and you guys, you're probably a few miles, a mile or so out. You got out of there just in time before they showed up. And you see them, and they're stopping they stop in the village. So you guys are heading west. You stay heading west, correct?
Right. We're doing west, reaching another village.
Actually, do you think
Then,
we should?
and
get
then
off
we
the
go
road?
north.
Should we get off the road for now? I'm saying this in character to the group. Should we be getting off the road? If they're tracking us, this is the only road in the area.
I guess so, yeah. Gonna have to do something.
Are we on a cart though?
Yeah.
How are we gonna get off the road on a cart?
He makes a point. Maybe we should get some ground. And then
High ground?
how far was Baldur's Gate? Did we find out?
No. We didn't
I
get
just
to
know,
go.
I just know it's to the west.
And then we have to go to. Well, we're gonna bump into another village that apparently we didn't get a name for.
No, we did. It was
No, Candlekeep is
Oh.
something else.
it was another library, but it was supposed to be on the way.
Yeah.
There's a few places you're gonna run into.
All right. Well, I guess for now, let's
You
take to the,
yeah.
hold on. How about we take the road to the next village or stop, and we leave the cart there, find some other mode of transportation. We need to wash our money.
I'd say, yeah, I'm with that. Let's just get it to the first town and ditch everything.
Except
Obviously.
I mean, do we know for certain that it's the cart or maybe shit that was shoved into the drugged boy's face?
They wouldn't be
First of all,
mad over that,
he's
mad
hurt.
over that they'd send a detachment out for us. It's very clearly the cart.
Yeah, they told us not to take the cart specifically, and then we did,
And we definitely took the cart.
and the horse.
And the horses.
All I know is I didn't get a word in with Lord Braun. I don't know how his character is, but Celeria, I'm pretty sure Celeria is not the one looking for us.
Well, I think when he goes to get his horse and he sees his stable boy's face filled with shit, he'll have a good laugh at the help.
Kevonian, give me a quick perception check.
Had to say something.
23.
23. As you finish that sentence, you look back behind the cart, and you see that that cloud of smoke. This cloud of smoke, kind of approaching from the village, and using your elven eyes, you see this group, probably about 10 guys on horseback, and leading in the front what appears to you to be a man with a horse and a suit of armor that matches what you remember Lord Braun wearing the day before.
My jaw drops, and I say, "Hey and it might also have a little bit to do with the shit in the kid's face."
God damn it!
Yeah, and on the horse with him, sitting in front of him, is a small child.
I go,
Oh my god!
does he take his stable boy everywhere with him?
That's his
Ah,
son.
Dipshit. Do you ever
No,
stop to think that
you
maybe
guys don't know that.
He's fucking the kid.
He's fucking the kid.
He's fucking the kid.
Oh, no, that's
terrible? That's terrible.
what a nasty bastard.
So they are
Much trouble.
currently.
That's the way these lords are. They just have sex
They do.
with kids.
They do.
We've been telling everybody that for years. They just call us conspiracy theorists.
We're the crazy
Turn
ones.
of the freaking frogs gay.
The turn of the owl bear's gay.
So they are gaining on you guys. Now, what are you doing?
Can we knock down some trees with some magics to
I
block
have
the
a
road
weird-
behind
I
us?
have a weird, crazy idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
oh my
Let's hear it.
Could one of the people who have Misty Step the horse and make the horse drag the cart faster?
Can't Misty step
Alright.
with another person.
What about
trying-
Thunderstep?
I was trying to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Thunderstep can't. It has to be like either equivalent to my size or something that I can carry.
Even in theory, if you thunderstepped the horse, the cart and everybody in it would be blown back.
Yeah.
From the thunderstep.
I say, as a distraction, Kavonian, you take off this white mastery that you have on. We hang it on a tree on the road,
No,
and we
I have not
keep going to Baldur's, and they have nothing else but to just peer their eyes on this glory.
I am not getting rid of the duster.
I'm pretty sure they will be distracted. They'll buy us some time.
You don't have to get rid of the duster. You just have to get rid of the armor under the duster, and the weird cone head hat thing that you got on there, buddy.
It's not a cone head. He said it was a hood.
Okay.
cowl.
Well, the
A
cowl.
cowl.
You got to get rid
All
of
right. So as you guys, you're fucking laying on your horse. You're trying to escape. You come up. The road starts to go a bit downhill, and you come across a crossroads. In the middle of it is not a large, but like a pond. Over here is like the remnants of a building, like a house, and there's trees and tree lines around. What do you guys do?
I say we crash the cart into the pond and go hide in the goddamn house.
The house is too obvious.
Yeah,
They're gonna come looking in there.
Is it the house?
We crash the cart into the house. We hide in the pond.
I think there's only one person
I'm
that
down.
can hide in the water for as long as they can.
Can Nori help us breathe underwater? Are there any hollow sticks?
Yeah, do that thing.
What if we built a giant wooden badger?
Give me a perception check to see if there's any reeds.
Okay. 11.
While you see some sticks and such around pond as you're coming up to it, nothing stands out to you as being breathable.
Anybody else want to perceive any reeds? Anything?
Sure.
Ooh, she just rolled a nat 20.
Yay.
You're looking for.
Good job, Brandon.
So you're looking for like the ability, like reeds to breathe underwater. All right. On a nat 20, you find that the pond is, while the top is very green, very lit. There's a lot of lily pads, and there are reeds that are like, as you grab one out of the pond, as you guys roll up, as you grab one out of the pond, like you can breathe through it. There's a bunch of them all around the pond.
Okay. Batu,
Do it.
crash that thing into the house, and let's get into the pond.
Done, and done.
So you just smack the horse on the ass and direct it towards the house?
Yeah, and the thing comes crashing. So they can't see
And
us.
I cast pass without a trace.
Pass without a trace. Okay.
Work.
All right.
This is
As
gonna
you
go
guys-
horribly bad.
I'm hoping the Grand Wizard outfit. I hope he rolls bad so they see that. So you guys are under the water. All right.
The only thought going through my head right now is I hope this doesn't stain my duster.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna need everybody to give me quick. Actually, give me stealth checks, everybody.
Good thing I have plus
I
8.
just rolled a nat 20.
Beautiful.
There you go.
26 with the pass without a
What
trace.
the fuck? Are you serious?
Inafine rolled a 16.
A 4. But what was Nori's
14.
10.
You have a 14.
Plus 10.
okay. A 14.
I rolled a 10.
So 20. Kaywin,
11 plus 8, 19.
plus 10.
Plus 10, 29.
Chiron rolls a natural 19, so that's at least a 29. What did Inafine roll?
16.
What is Ruckus doing?
Ruckus, I sent him deep into the woods.
Okay. So, all right. So you guys are underwater. And you're under there, A couple minutes goes by. You're breathing. It's not easy. It's moderately difficult. But as you're under there, all of a sudden you feel like the ground kind of shaking around, and you hear the clopping of hooves. And this group comes up to, in front of the pond, and you see what through the water, as you're close, if you're closer to the top, what appears to be Lord Braun sitting on a horse, child. He's looking. He goes, all right, man. I see the cart. They have to be around here. He looks at the kid. He goes, he made you. He covered you in shit, son. That dirty, elvish bastard, covered me in shit. He wanted a horse. I said no, and then he forced me to eat this stuff, and I felt weird and silly, and then I went to sleep. And then I know the story. Son of, and to think I gave them a place to sleep. Everybody give me survival checks so that see whether or not you guys start to suffocate underwater.
22.
Beautiful.
19.
Beautiful.
22.
Beautiful.
16 for Inafine, 18 for Fatu.
Beautiful. Well done. That's a 17 with everything for Chiron.
Nori roll?
Huh?
What about Nori?
She can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fish person.
right.
Yeah.
Luck tested.
So, you guys are, and Braun's sitting there on his horse as his men kind of go around the area. They're looking. They find the cart. Like, sir, you hear, sir, the cart's destroyed. The horse is nowhere to be seen. No sign of the people though. You will keep looking. They can't be that far. Did you see the outfit that one was wearing? How do you not see that?
Well, he wouldn't. He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know.
They saw you. He's blinding.
Oh.
They were behind you, and he's blinding in daylight.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they ever got visual on us.
The kid sitting there goes back to start, sobbing to his dad again. He's like, Jesus. He goes, by the gods, Alexander, go wash out your mouth. And the kid hops off the horse. He approaches the pond.
Wait,
right
before he approaches the pond, I grab Kavonian, and him and I go invisible.
I just cast darkness over the inside of the pond.
You do both.
Yeah, might as well.
You need both to hide that brightness.
Especially that brightness. Exactly.
Okay. I need Kavonian to give me one more stealth check with advantage. Because the kid comes up right to where you are in the water.
Drum roll.
You being invisible and with the thing, well, that's why you're doing advantage.
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage. You have to roll 2 nat 1s to fuck this up.
It's basically how good is this kid's vision?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have a feeling the kid's gonna do something.
He's gonna fall in the water.
Or piss in the water.
22.
Beautiful. So the kid comes up, and like you're literally, as the kid kind of like reaches his hand in, takes a scoop of the water, he's like his hand is like a foot and a half in front of your face.
He cannot see me at all, right?
No. He doesn't see a thing. Because you're invisible because of the darkness. You can see him, but like, and he spits out what looks like a little chunk of horse shit into the water. And he's like, "Oh, this water's awful. Ah, God, Dad." He's, come back here, Alexander. And the kid hops back up on the horse. And the guys, the soldiers come up like, "Sir, we haven't seen anything. We have to assume they're continuing through the forest, going towards Baldur's Gate." And he goes, "All right. Well, we'll continue at least until Candlekeep. and then we'll head home if we don't find anything. Mount up, and then they head off. You hear like the footsteps, like the hoofs get farther and farther away.
Somebody should peek up, maybe.
Alright,
I'll peek up and do a perception check.
Give me a perception check.
Ah, fuck. 6. Everything's fine, guys.
Everything looks completely empty. Like
I float to the top of the water like a cauliflower.
What the hell?
I go just to the top where my eyes and head are out.
I come floating out, glowing like Jesus Christ.
Clad in the purest shimmering samite.
I look right at him and I'm like, I cannot wait until you get that thing dirty.
Didn't you hear him? It's dirty proof.
So
I say, if they went that way, maybe we should just go back to town and I can get my dagger. And then when that's done, we can go back this way, but through the woods instead of the road. We can do the old 1-2.
This chase has taken about like an hour from leaving the village to this point. So it's getting close to midday between everything. You say that, and Chiron looks at you and he goes, "Didn't that blacksmith say it's going to take a few days?"
He said a day or two, and that was before Fatu helped him. He did a lot of the work for him already. He probably cut a days off.
About that. I've never really worked with adamantine, so I kind of slowed things down more than I sped them up.
Oh my god.
So it's probably going to be like a day, probably like 2 days, maybe 3.
Oh my god.
Maybe 3. I mean, I've never
Maybe
worked.
about a month. About a month.
I'm
tops.
learning. I'm learning a lot about it though, so I'll go back and keep working. But just telling you.
I won't say like your lack of knowledge with adamantine caused it to take any longer than the initial time he told him, but your lack of knowledge did not speed the process up. Yeah,
I did learn a lot though, so thanks for that.
Yeah, and so with that, Chiron looks back at you, Cavonia. He goes, "So what if they come back tonight? We're just gonna be sitting there, and you're gonna be looking like a priest at some really flamboyant church in the middle of this village, waiting for a dagger."
First off, my charm has not failed us yet. To date. I'm retconning. It's not failed us.
Yeah.
But maybe... Oh, we lost Laura. Maybe we won't go back then. I just got you a 350 gold lesson for adamantine. You're welcome, Fatu.
Well, listen, the next time you need an adamantine dagger, I can get it to you in a day now.
That's true. That's canon. That's canon now.
Yeah, I know how to use. I know how to work it now. He literally told me everything he needed to.
All right.
I went back there. You could probably get
There's a trick I learned from back in my days when I was with rogues before I went to prison.
Listen, we won't have it to you by daylight, but I would have it to you by second daylight, at the latest, because that's how.
Burger today for tomorrow. I think if we still need to go that direction, then maybe what we do is trail them through the woods instead of being on the road. We keep them in sight, so we know what they're doing, and since they are going to Candlekeep anyway. No, what did they say they were going to? They were going to go to and then turn around.
If they didn't find you guys by Candlekeep, they would turn around and back.
And that's on the way to Baldur's Gate.
Correct.
All right, so I say, and I'm saying this to the groups, like I say, we trail them out of sight, all the way to Candlekeep. We keep them where we know they are, and then when they turn back around and head out, we get into town and we go our way.
Did all of them go the same
There's
direction?
Just one problem. One problem with that. We don't have a horse and carriage anymore, and we don't know how far either of these places are.
It didn't seem to them like it was going to take them that long to get there.
Well,
Can I
have
do
a
it?
horse?
Tinzo, give me a perception check.
Also, if I may, this might be out of character, but can't we just go back to town and maybe get a map?
Jeez, that was bad. 6? That's terrible.
Yeah, with that, you don't see anything that would kind of give you any benefit of knowing distances. Chiron looks back at Cavonia. He goes, "I mean, 350 gold piece. You can go back in a few days. Just let it cool down in the streets first, but second off, there's gotta be another village or town somewhere around here where we can actually get information."
Do we know if there's anything? From this point, we were supposed to go north, right?
Well, we're doing west. West, and then we would find the other village as we keep going west, and then we would head north from that village to Baldur's.
Well, I assume Candlekeep is the village that's coming up next, or would have been coming up next.
Give me Fatu, or actually Inafine, give me a perception check, because they're all having this discussion.
My awesome jacket is dry already, by the way. That's another feature of it. Instant dry.
She rolled a 12.
A 12?
Well, yeah, 8 plus 4.
All right. On a 12, you find on the ground, as you guys are kind of wandering around, you find on the ground by the destroyed house what looks to be a road, like a map, like a marker sign. You know, like Baldur's Gate this way, Bub this way.
She about to have a Dennis Nedry moment.
What?
The Dennis Nedry moment from Jurassic Park when he has to spin the sign.
No, that'd be great. That'd be great, but no.
Fatu, call back Ruckus.
All right, I give it an old whistle.
Ooh, hold on. What's the chance that Ruckus found the horse and is hanging out with it out there, and it comes back with him?
I assume that's what happened.
Could he sheep herd him?
Give me. Do you have the stat block for Ruckus?
Yeah, hold on.
Have him roll an animal handling check for me. That's a wisdom modifier.
All right, it's wisdom. Okay, hold on. $19 plus 1, my friend.
Dirty 20.
Hang on, I didn't have my soundboard up.
Lasers.
I'll just do that.
Claps are good.
It is well believable that if you had told Ruckus to do this, he would be able to herd the horse and bring it back.
What if he just knows that stuff because he's my dog? He's been my dog for decades now.
Come on, man.
Wow, horse all
It's like, what if he just did it anyway?
That was your hack in D&D.
I love how that was your response. Well, what if he just does it anyway?
So you whistle for Ruckus, and a few minutes goes by.
I'm really high right now.
You're all just kind of you're all just kind of sitting down, and you hear rustling in the tree line, and It's you don't know exactly what it is. You kind of, and then you hear like, oh, and Ruckus comes out through the tree line, and there's still some commotion behind him. So Ruckus comes up to you and nuzzles up, and then he kind of turns back towards where he came from, and he's really proud of himself. And then out of this tree line comes a half dozen of the most depressing looking donkeys you've ever seen in your life.
I look around at the group. I look around at the group and I go, that still counts. They are conveyances, and let's ride donkeys.
It's better than walking, and we can go through the woods this way.
Or we can at least carry our stuff.
Going back to Enafine, on the sign you saw there were three markers that stood out to you. Four. There was one point by itself that said Nashkel, Nashkel, and there was three. One that said Beregost, Beregost, one that said Candlekeep, and another that said a Baldur's Gate, all pointing in the same direction.
Is there any mile markers on them? She wants to know.
On a 12, you don't see any markings.
Okay.
Now, which way do you guys go? North or south?
North.
Listen, I mean, our stealth is up, and Nori has passed without a trace, so I say we just keep pressing on to Baldur's Gate and just go around them. There's got to be a way to find them stealthily, right?
Yeah, we'll assume that you guys are kind of riding on these donkeys at not at a very quick pace, but at a moderate pace in like the trails in the tree lines, heading north. Kaywin, Kevonian, and Tinzo, give me D20 rolls real quick.
Okay, hang on.
16.
Okay.
Fuck? I feel like this shit is trolling me. I got a 3 again?
10.
I don't know why.
Okay. So 29. Okay.
That's not good.
So as you guys are heading, you hear like as the day's going on, as you guys are going through and you're kind of scanning everything, being very out of nowhere, you hear this loud scream coming far off from coming from the direction you're heading in, but also kind of to the west.
Is it like coming from deeper in the woods?
It sounds like it's a bit deeper into the woods.
Is the scream animal, or is it more sentient?
Give me perception or investigation check.
Let's go perception. Fucking nat 20.
On the nat 20, you heard that kind of same scream before. It sounds not human, but sentient in the sense of it sounds like it's trying to speak. And the only other time you've ever heard something with that kind of timbre in its voice at that volume, it was a Cyclops.
Like the X-Man hero?
Not Scott Summers. Like
The
a giant.
Cyclops, like from Hercules: The Legendary Journey. Cyclops.
Yes, like that.
A Cyclops, not the Cyclops.
So, do you guys continue heading north?
So it would essentially be something I would be familiar with. I would know what that sound was or could have
Do
been.
that's what you perceive it to be. Like, you're like, that
And
sounds like a fucking Cyclops.
And I convey that to the group.
Yeah.
Could I roll something to see if it's like bad or good?
What languages do Cyclops speak that I could like yell out?
The hum of understanding, she
Are
said.
they comprehending languages?
Or comprehending languages.
They speak giant.
I don't know anybody who speaks giant.
So what is that, like Andre the Giant?
No.
Anybody want a peanut?
Also French.
Listen here, Chief.
I am the dreaded pirate Wobble.
So you can, your ability to speak all languages, like it would come across like
Slam.
decipher as giant, the giant language. So as you guys are continuing north, and you hear like, it kind of translates into your head as in you hear like, "Get off my fucking land, humans!"
Oh.
Okay. Do you tell us that?
So we're trespassing.
I just keep that to myself, basically.
You don't tell us that.
What's just some angry giant in the distance?
We're on his
It's
land,
Cyclops.
lady.
No, he's saying human.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
That's right. Nobody here is human except for Tenzo, I think.
That is true.
So you guys continue going north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
I like how oblivious we are. We're just
Wait,
like,
wait,
well,
wait.
we're not humans.
Yeah, he's saying he did he say human?
Wait, can I like use my sense thing to see if it's like good or bad Cyclops though, so I can stab it if it's bad, can I go off and kill it?
I mean, oh, you're like yes, I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't get anything in the pit of your stomach, or any feeling as if this is like a purely evil creature. So like, you don't get anything that makes you want like desire just to go slaughter this thing.
Yeah, psycho.
Okay, fine. I keep walking with everyone.
All right.
I actually want to do that where I just go, well, I'm not human. And I just go to man walk.
All right. As you're all continuing north on your donkeys,
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 walk, though.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
Like just the
Fatu and Enophine, you two and Chiron, give me D20 rolls. It's straight D20s.
as opposed to gay D20s.
That's a 14.
I heard the joke, Brandon.
I know. It's okay.
Also, by the way, when we you should get like a bong rip sound for when we get the dirty 20.
I mean, all I have to do is just be sent the files.
She rolled a 12, I rolled a 15.
Oh, wow. All right. So, wow, you guys just beat the threshold.
Yeah.
I said it at 40. So as you guys are, you're riding on your donkeys. You're eyeing, you're keeping your eye on looking for Lord Braun and any of his men. You continue north. You hear more, and it's getting closer and closer every time you hear it, until you finally come across a like you guys kind of hit a clearing, a gap in the tree line, And as you guys ride out onto it, it's like, you're paying very much attention to the road, looking for Lord Braun and his crew. You hear this loud crashing behind you. And out from the trees, this 30-foot tall Cyclops just... Brush! He's looking at you, and he's just...
Human! That way! That
Yeah,
way.
it's just... You and a fiend, you get it deciphers in your head as fresh human meat. And he is, hold on. And Chiron sitting there, he looks over at Tinzo, he goes, "He's I fucking you, friend."
I have a cloak, though. So I'm not a human.
And I don't know if he sees it or smells it, but he wants you. And I take it you guys just start getting the fuck out of there? Like, he's behind you. Like, he's not blocking your way.
Yeah, obviously. We're not gonna.
Yeah, we just clip clop as hard as we can with the donkeys.
On the donkeys.
Dominic, let's go!
All right.
I yell at Chiron, like, it's boat time, buddy. Go for the eye.
Go for the eye. What does Chiron got that he can use real quick?
Hercules one.
Hey, when shoot it in the eye now.
I could shoot it in the eye.
That's what we're saying. Kaywin, shoot
Oh,
it.
I thought you were saying Chiron. I was just like, oh.
I thought I said Kaywin.
No. I'll shoot it in the eye as we're running away.
Too many C's.
Let's go.
Don't let it eat my jacket.
How about 25?
That hits.
Yeah, damn right it does. Not so much on the damage, though.
Nope. At the same time, because he definitely did say, hey, Chiron.
Mm.
I meant Kaywin.
Chiron's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level. And that's a dirty 20 to hit, which hits. And that hits for 21 damage. With that, the bolt, the arrow from Kaywin's arrow smashes into this thing in the eye. It's just, and if you hear like, "Fuck, that hurts," and then as it hits, and then Chiron just like, "Fuck this," whoosh, bolt of just radiant energy shoots out of his hand, smokes this thing in its eye. And you just see, like, it becomes bloodshot. The iris is, like, temporarily white. Like, it can't see for the moment. And you guys you're disengaging and getting the fuck out of Dodge, correct? Okay. You still
Does he stay behind, like, Van Damme, just...
No, he starts swinging his fucking club he's just swinging around blindly. Kaywin and Tinzo, give me quick stealth checks. And remember, you've got passive.
That's
yeah. So whatever you roll plus 10. I'm gonna give this a 40.
22.
So
22.
okay.
It was a 4 plus 8 plus 10.
Jesus Christ. So a 44 total. You guys, so as this thing finally regains vision, it's like you guys are gone. You're rustling through on the backs of your donkeys. With that, you guys are you're kind of out of danger for the time being. You start as the sun starts to set. You see lights in the distance. Hold on a second. I just gotta make sure I have.
Yeah, new map time.
So you come across, you see lights starting, little torch lights starting to get lit in the medium distance, and you roll into this town.
Well, hang on a second. Because of what we've been doing, I don't think we would just roll into the town. And once we saw lights, I think we would stop.
You're rolling into like the outer limits. Like you're within safety of like the city, the town walls, and everything. Like you're not gonna miraculously get attacked by a fucking a green dragon or anything where you are.
I'm thinking for the troops. Like I want to make sure they're not there.
Yeah. So you come across as the sun's setting, like it's dusk, light is starting to fade. You come across, you come up to this town. It's bigger than the village of Greenest you were in, but it's not like some massive city. It's a town.
This is not.
What'd you say?
This isn't Candlekeep?
No.
Okay.
Or as far as you know, you don't know. There's no signs. There's no like welcome to bup.
Can I do like a perception check just to see if there's any threats visible from where we're standing?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check.
12.
12. You don't.
Tonight.
As you scan the area, you don't see anything that looks like Lord Braun and his group. You don't see anything that stands out as a direct threat.
Okay. I turn to the group. I say, "What do you guys want to do? Should we go in, or should we camp out in the forest for the night and stay out of sight?"
Forest.
Yeah, I say forest, but I mean,
I say we go into the nearest tavern and ask where we are.
What does Tinzo and Chiron say? And who can speak for Nori, I guess?
Nori, I think she would more just kind of go with common, like the group think, because she doesn't really know and like
where she is.
She's oblivious. So,
what about Chiron?
Well, let's see what Tinzo says.
Well, it's kind of hard to say if maybe that group swung by here and maybe even left a tip for the tavern. So, meaning if we stay and they were tipped off, then in the morning we find ourselves in cuffs. So maybe the forest sounds a little bit more safer than sticking around in a tavern somewhere where
But I do agree with Inafine that we need some information. Maybe we should send a pair instead of the whole group. Maybe 2 people should go in and find out where we are and if that group has come through.
Me and Inafine will go.
What?
Me and Inafine will go.
Yeah.
I don't think I should go, so.
Yeah, me and her will go.
I am not taking off this duster.
Chiron looks at you. He goes, "All right, White Light," and then just set up your fucking tent.
Done.
Yeah, White Lightning.
I like the name.
So, all right, we're gonna do Theater of the Mind, Venture Town. So Fatu and Inafine head in. You guys are heading in. You're walking into the town. Considering you're walking, or are you still on donkey?
No, we got donkey. We're just gonna walk into town.
Okay. as you guys walk into the actual town proper, you're getting some weird looks because you guys are new and you're literally walking in from the wilderness at dusk, at when the sun goes down. You see a lot of just kind of houses, all the stands all around the streets that look like they're for sale. They're all they're closing up shop or they're closed for the night. You do see a sign that says Nightingale Inn.
The Nightingales.
What do you think, babe? We got the tavern?
Yeah, let's go in.
Let's go in.
All right. As you walk into the tavern,
It's strut.
it is very, very, very well populated right now. Like there are dozens of people in there. It's modern. It's not like super rowdy, but like it's loud. It's alive. There's a lot of people drinking, eating.
Is that like
having a-
Roadhouse?
Huh?
Is it like Roadhouse?
Not that bad. But like you see people of all sorts of races. You see elves, you see dwarves, you see a couple small dragonborn, you see Aarakocra, which are the bird people, you see human, you see dwarf, everything. Like there's a lot. It's a melting pot. Huh?
Just so Brandon's whole ass.
I look over at her, at Infine, and I say, "Well, you're the one that can speak all the languages."
Oh yeah. Well, I walk up to the bar. See if
You walk-
there's a bartender there.
As you're walking up to the bar, you see a pair of tieflings standing behind the bar. One male, dark, very dark purple skin, very bright, not quite crimson, but very bright reddish eyes, very slender build, very attractive man. Like for a tiefling, he's got like the curved horns. He's got for his skin color and everything, for the fact that you're not very accustomed to tieflings, you look at him and you find like he's a very attractive dude. And standing a couple feet away from him is a tiefling woman, kind of same. They look related, but not. Like her skin is more bluish in nature. She's got very dark green eyes. Very busty, if I was going to say so myself. Very attractive woman in her own right. And they seem to be having the time of their lives. Tendon bar.
All right, well, use some of that.
Are they like cocktails?
So I was gonna wave them over, whoever gets my attention first. And then
The man comes over.
Did you just introduce us to swingers?
I saw that, Tony.
Nothing.
Don't you fucking talk to that fantasy guy.
They're-
Don't you fucking talk to them. Stay out of my girlfriend's drawers, tiefling.
Wow.
He's totally gonna ask to fuck your wife. Or fuck his wife.
So he comes up to you. He
While
looks
he
you up
watches in
and
the
down.
corner.
And he's like, and he speaking in common tongue. He goes, "What can I get you, sweetness?" Very very smooth, silky voice.
Or he's going to fuck you.
oh my god, I just asked, what's the name of the town we're in?
This your first time in Baragost?
Can you just answer the question?
He did. He told you. What is
Oh, wait, Veragos. Oh,
Baragost? Beregosd.
I just think Berra Ghost, Yogi Berra's ghost.
till Baldur's Gate.
He kind of looks at you. He looks over at the female tiefling. He goes, "So you guys are trying you and you happen to be trying to get to Baldur's Gate."
Yeah.
That seems to be. He's like, that seems to be a really popular destination right now. Probably about another half-day ride from here.
Why is it so popular? What are you talking about?
Are you there with her, or is she just by herself?
I'm
You're there. Okay, I thought you. Well, then he would have changed what he says, because I thought she went by herself. So he would look at you and be like, "So you and your friend here are trying to get to Baldur's Gate? Seems to be a very popular place."
How so?
Well, you're not the first person in the last hour to come through asking about Baldur's Gate, and
Who else did?
he looks at you. He goes, "I think we both know who else did."
Son of a bitch.
Is that the guy?
I flip him a coin. Give me your finest ale.
Pours a beer, hands it to him, slides it over to you.
Not for me, huh? Damn.
This is delicious.
I got myself a beer.
It's the best goddamn ale I've ever drank.
Oh my God! Stop. What's the name of the guy that?
It's this guy. It's the guy.
I know,
It's
but
the
I want to
guy.
be sure.
Why you gotta be sure? He just said it. I mean, what are you doing here?
You want to sell very many nose clams.
Yeah. He looks at Interfy and he goes, "I mean, I don't know how many other people kind of got moderate royalty searching for them through this area, but if you want me to drop a name, I can. I just want to keep things under wraps."
Wait, can I ask? So is the other town Noshkel next, and then Candlekeep, and then Baldur's? Or...
Not
What's the next town over, good sir?
the next. He goes, "Well, that'd be Candlekeep. Candlekeep, the library up there. That's got a small town around it. That's a little bit off beaten path.
Okay.
But if you just stick to the coastway heading north, next town you're gonna find is gonna be Baldur's Gate."
Really?
Yeah, you'll come across an inn on the road on the way up there. It's a good place for travelers, but I mean, if you're stopping in here now, you won't need to really use their services.
Sir, do you know what the inn is? This way we know we're on the right track.
Where it is, or what is?
What's the name?
Oh, the Friendly Arm.
Thank you, sir. I throw him another coin. You've been a very big help today.
Can the sign for that tavern be shaped like a bicep, just like in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Sure.
It has a lot of veins.
So, Fatu, are you guys still at the bar, or are you guys
No,
turning around to leave?
I chug my beer. I put it down. I give a guy the wink and the gun. I pat my lady on the ass, and we walk out.
As you give him the wink and the gun, and you turn around, he goes, "There's some more information you might be interested in."
And I say, "Well, sir, you had my interest. Now you have my attention." And he's back on the bar.
He kind of looks around, and he slides his hand out as if to be like.
I look at Interfy and I go, "Baby girl, pay the man."
I give him a gold piece.
He goes,
Sugar Mama got that tax return.
"Yeah." He goes, a gold piece, okay. He goes, well, as far as we can all tell, that person that we're not naming is still in town.
Oh,
Did he say where he was going or where he was headed?
Well, last anybody saw of him, he was walking around with magistrates and police. He goes, so I'd have to go on a limb and say words out on, looking for a group of people that are uncommon to these parts. So if you're going to whatever you're doing, just be smart.
Will do, sir. Will do. Do you have a back door?
He goes. He gives you the wink and the guns. He goes right through there.
Thank you, babe. Toss the guy another gold piece, and I Vince McMahon walk right towards the back door.
As you're walking towards the back door, you walk by the doorway to the kitchen.
Tear both your quads.
And you walk by another there's a couple other doorways, and you could swear as you're walking by the one, you heard the faintest sound of shitty goblin death metal coming from back in the bar.
It was crazy.
I freeze in my tracks and I slowly
freak out.
and I slowly turn to Inafine
I already have my daggers.
to calm her down. Say,
Yeah.
no, drop it.
No.
Drop the
I
daggers.
don't hear you anymore.
No. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Look me in the face. Look me in the face. Look me in the face. Okay? Now's not the time. Now's not the time.
But he's right there.
Hey! They're waiting for us in the woods.
Okay, then you have to drag me out because I'm.
All right, so I wrap her around and I just keep her face focused on the door and we just walk out.
I still.
Okay. Fatu, give me a strength check.
Oh my god.
And Inafine, give me a dexterity check.
Oh wow.
She should probably have advantage because she's being possessed, right? She can't
No.
control.
No.
She rolled a
I got
15.
What'd you roll, Tony?
10. No, actually, 8 plus 5 is what?
13.
13. Yeah, so they're
So you're arguing over the situation. She's like, he's just right there, and you go to grapple her, and she slides out of your grasp and turns back towards the main room of the bar. Inafine, as you walk back into the main room of the bar, you start scanning and you have that feeling in the pit of your stomach, like at least one person in here deserves to die.
Okay, so
But like I said, there's a lot of people in here, and you look over. If you're give me a perception check, Inafine.
17.
As you walk back into the entrance of the main room of the tavern, you're scanning everything. You're looking for goblins, and you see there's a couple sitting at one table over by the small table by the fireplace. 2 goblins sitting over there. There's a goblin at the bar. There's a goblin like kind of peering into the kitchen window, like how much longer for my rat burger? And in the corner, you see what looks like a table full of what could be goblins. They're smaller, they're cloaked up, and they're sitting in this corner. What do you do?
Is it like question? Can I use the daggers kind of as like a dowsing rod almost, where they can sense, like I can channel the feeling into the daggers and they kind of point me in the direction? Is that possible or no?
Yeah, yes, you can try to, use them as a homing device. Give me an investigation check.
Red wedding that shit.
I got 18 plus 6.
You are with that. You are pulled in multiple directions because the weapons identify people that, like, individuals that deserve to die. But people with bad consciences, evil people. You're pulled towards the corner. You're pulled towards the opposite corner. You're pulled towards the main mass of humanity in the main section of the room. Like, you kind of feel yourself being drawn in these directions.
Can I come up from behind her and try to talk more sense to her?
Wait.
You
I'm gonna
can
say to him. Oh, I was gonna say you got
Go ahead.
a couple options. Either you help me take them all out, or you watch me do it and you protect me from anyone else trying to interfere as I do it.
Or maybe, hear me out. We do secret option number 3,
Which is
and we get the fuck out of here, and we go back to the group and go to where we're supposed to go to further the mission. Listen to me.
wait, the daggers do not allow for that option, and neither do I. So there's 1 and 2. So pick one.
Well, hold on, because you gave in to them. So you and this, like, force within, like, this energy have become one, and more in the sense of, like, the daggers give you like that burning desire to kill, yes, but you're more in control of them. Like, you understand what they want, and you might still fight with that urge to, like, do the smart thing instead of just killing everything that you sense to be evil. But, like, you have a much greater understanding and an easier relationship with these things. But like I said, because you're getting drawn in multiple directions, give me a wisdom save real quick, Inafine.
She's gonna murder everybody in this bar, isn't she?
Red wedding.
Where did she just get that dice from?
Tony's balls.
That's what it looked like.
15 plus 4, 19.
Yeah.
19. So while
Tony's balls just have like triangles drawn on them.
yeah,
He smacks it.
while it for a second it feels overwhelming.
I love edibles.
The sensing all the people in the room that you want to kill feels kind of overwhelming. You're able to stop and look and really, like, assess the situation. So there are, like, you can either go in like he said, you can go in there and do what you want to do. You can try to find this disgusting goblin. It's all, but, like, you have more say over this than you think.
Or we can get the fuck out, right?
Wait, can I? No, could I, like, pinpoint it to just one, just so I know?
Give me another investigation check.
— 12 plus 6, 18.
On an 18, you get the biggest feeling, the biggest draw from the corner with what you perceive to be the corner full of goblins.
Inafine is basically Anton Chigurh at this point. Like,
kind of. Call it, friendo. Like she turned.
This is your lucky
You
penny.
You turn back to Fatu. You pull out a gold coin. You go, call it. And you flip it.
Call it.
I catch that coin halfway in the air and I say,
This could be your lucky coin.
You're not getting this. You're not winning this fight. Well, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now.
Techno Viking.
My dog in the eye.
Our dog.
My dog.
Hold on, Fatu. As you're doing this, Inafine, you look past and you see all the goblins at that the beings at that table. They get up and they start kind of mixing into the crowd.
Let's go. Let's go now. Now. I grab her by the wrist and we walk out. Let's go.
Kill everybody.
Hold on. Inafine,
Everything.
what do you do?
Everyone must die.
Well, I'm thinking that what Tinsa just said. I put my daggers away, and I look around, but I let myself be let out.
Okay.
Where they are, so.
Now, as I said that, as they're dispersing through the crowd, one walks out the front door, and that drawing feeling, that hateful, that strongest feeling, kind of follows them out.
Oh my God.
You still have these other feelings, like these other urges to kill within the building, but the one that gave you the greatest draw, you feel walked out the front door. Are you still allowing Fatu to pull you out the back?
Penny really wants you to do this.
She
kinda-
really wants you to
I've
go
got a
full.
plan.
Tony fucking hates you right now.
Are you're Tony's taking out the back door?
I wanted to try and break free of his hand.
You want to try to what?
Break free of this grasp and try to chase him out the front.
Okay. Well, okay. So now Tony's got you. Now I'm gonna need one more. You can either give me a straight. Tony has to give a straight strength, and you have to do a strength or dexterity check, or you can do athletics and acrobatics. I can't hear you.
They're
He's
discussing.
cussing right now. He muted himself.
What do I do?
She's gonna do acrobatics.
Yeah.
So then, Fatu, give me an athletics check.
She's like basically trying to like chain wrestle out of this. She grabs her wrist for a top wrist lock.
This is too compromising. Right now, Tony's pants are off, and that's why she's rolling.
This is sick. You ready for this? She's got a +7 to her athletics or acrobatics, and she rolled a 5. And I got a +8 to my athletics, and I rolled a 5.
So you won.
So you won. You got a 13.
I won.
But one.
Okay.
Cut her
So
off.
You go to break out again, and Fatu starts pulling you towards that back door. And as you're pulling her through the back door, you hear
Oh shit.
from the center of the tavern, you hear out of nowhere this shrill goblin voice screams, "For High Lord Torg!" And all of the cloaked individuals you thought were goblins throw their cloaks off, and they flat out Allahu Akbar themselves, and the explosions start rattling through this fucking tavern.
Well, can I Ethan Hunt run through the fucking hallway with her as things exploding behind us?
I'm saying as you hear this as you get to the back door. So as this explosion starts coming at you, you're going out.
Awesome. Mission Impossible style.
Baboosh! Huge explosion. That tavern is destroyed.
Fatu has to come back.
I look
He has
at
to
her.
come back to the camp saying, "They're all dead. They're dead."
I look at her and I look back and I say, "That's your fault too.
I wasn't even more.
Let's go."
Wow.
No,
Way to
you
gas-
stopped her.
way to
You
gas
stopped
later.
her. You stopped her from preventing a goblin terrorist attack. That's on you.
I think they'd be dead if they did that.
It's on you.
Fuck off. Because if you went after them, they were going to blow us up. You think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
Let's get back to the group now.
Okay, you're right.
And get the
All
fuck
right.
out.
But
You caused Goblin 9/11.
Goblin 11.
Never forget. Give me a quick. You two, give me a quick stealth check.
Or maybe, if not Goblin 9/11, maybe Goblin Charlie Hebdo.
Wow. Wow. What was that? What was that shit in Norway where the guy shot that island full of kids?
Yeah, well, or the nightclub and the Manchester bombing of
Yeah.
the 7/7 of.
How sick is this? I got a nat 20. She got a dirty 20.
All right. You can, as the explosions happen, like everybody in the town is alerted, and shit. Like it's, you guys have to kind of slither out back out into the darkness. You get back to the group, back where the last place you saw the group. Everybody's kind of just sitting in their like in the tree line. Like you guys come back, there's just smoke and fire in the distance.
Can I explain as we're coming back? So as we come,
The fuck was that?
She has like a puss on her face, like she's angry, and I'm like, listen, I'm almost willing to bet that goblin explosion took him out too. He just walked out the front door as it was blown up. It might have gotten him too.
no, it did not.
All right, well listen, there's always time to get him again. You just need to relax yourself a little bit. Hey everybody, this Scrat Lawn guy blew up the thing. It's not us.
What the fuck did you guys do?
No, we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing. Thank God. I see.
I look at
stopped it.
Cavoni and I'm like, you
stopped
see
it.
why I don't allow you guys to
I
all
stopped
go in at the same time?
Guess what?
Yeah.
We got great information though. We got
No, I
great
know.
information.
If it wasn't for me, we would all be in some shit.
We got great information. We got great
Yeah.
information.
We did.
At least you got the information.
The tavern guy said that if we stick to the coast, we can get to
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate and
Half a
avoid
day.
Candlekeep and everything. Half a day's ride.
Half a
The
day?
coast, he said the Coast Way, which is the name of the road you're on.
That one.
Close.
It's Baldur's Gate? I thought it was Baldur's Gay.
Some people call it that. Could be, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
I thought there was an odd name for a town.
Did you find out anything else? Because you did.
Yeah, where are we?
Oh, we're in
Varagos?
Baragos.
Yeah.
Baragos. Okay. So, why is it that you guys walk into a tavern and then it explodes? What
Because
the
we're badasses.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Funny story.
Joke.
Funny story. Well, as we were leaving, Inafine got her weird fire gut thing
Fire
and
gun.
felt like a pulling. Then I heard that that shitty music we've been hearing.
Hey,
now
Kaywin,
and
it's your friend.
And
For the record, he is not my friend.
he was sitting in the corner with a bunch of his dumb goblin friends, and but what did they say for Torvald? Torban?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
They said something, and they blew up the bar.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, Allahu Akbar, I believe it's called, or referred to as. I don't know.
Who this Allah is?
Did you find out if the Lord is there or nearby?
He passed
Yes, the
through.
Lord is currently patrolling that Burgos, looking for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Well, he's
With-
probably going to be heading towards the bar, so.
Now I assume the bar gave us a little time to get to Baldur's Gate, so I suggest we, hit the
Not
road.
camp out here and just continue on foot.
We're sure it's not gay.
It is this month.
Well, Baldur's Gay, not Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, for the month of June it is.
I agree with Fatu. I say let's maybe we won't get the whole way there tonight, but let's put a few leagues between us and this city, because I think everybody will be busy
Friendly arm
with the explosion that you didn't cause.
Friendly arm.
If we need to stop for rations, there's an inn on the way called the Friendly Arm. We can't miss it because the sign is a big bicep.
All right, so it's about 9:30 at 9:30 at night, if you guys are getting back onto the road, you're gonna stay on the main road there.
Let's go to the Friendly Arm.
To the
All right,
friendly
so
arm.
You guys hop back on your donkeys. You tear down your tents. You hop back on your donkeys. You start heading north. Are you gonna go right through the town, or are you gonna go?
I should go around the
Around.
town. The town.
I'd say around the town. Just go straight to Boulder's Gate.
Okay, so as
Or
As
we're
you
going
start-
to the inn, which is on the way.
Can we count that as a short rest?
as
Well,
of
we-
right now, everybody but Fatu and Aveen would get a short rest because
Alright.
they kind of got sucked into a action movie.
That's how
But-
you do it.
Really, more of a buddy cop kind of a.
Maybe.
That
Yeah.
qualifies as action.
Yeah, I like to
Like,
think of it more like Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
So as you guys get, you kind of you go around the town, you get back on the main road. You continue heading north. Give me Kevonian and Tenzo. Give me D20 rolls.
Well,
Okay.
I got a natural 1.
oh god,
Hang on.
Beautiful.
throw that dice away.
Glad your timing was there for that one.
All right. So you guys start heading. Are you on the road, or are you still going through like the tree lines like you were?
I vote for the tree line just so we don't leave tracks on the road in case they decide to come this way.
Agreed.
All right. Well, you start to learn why they don't. A lot of people don't really travel on the roads. That natural 1, you guys get lost.
Of course.
Like you're going for about 4 hours. Like it's like the moon is high in the sky at this point. You can't. There's no torchlight on the roads. There's nothing. You guys don't like. You don't know. You kind of lose track of where the.
Inafine asked K1 if he could, like, call to an owl or something. You can talk to animals, right? And then maybe.
I mean,
have
I could talk to animals that are nearby. I can't just like.
Can we look for an owl
Like
and
I
ask
could,
it? to
I
help
could,
us?
I could
Oh, I
touch,
mean,
I
yeah,
could touch the
there's-
animal and communicate with it.
Well, look around for animals, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're like,
Come to me, my jungle friends.
Come.
You can have Ruckus find somebody or find an animal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so here, I go this.
Look for an owl.
Right, and then Ruckus starts just sniffing around for birds.
The other day there was a bat in my apartment. Well, in like the common area.
Ruckus is kind of around for a few minutes, and you hear a low like. "Woo, woo."
He looking up, and I turn to I tell Kay when I go, hey, there's an owl right there in that tree.
Kaywin, with your elvish eyes, you on one tree in the direction he's pointing, you see an owl, and then the tree next to it, you see a few bats hanging upside down. One of which you see it just goes, "I am the night."
Bats.
the other one's playing Nirvana.
Bats.
Winds in the way.
Take it easy.
Above the trees.
And the owl can tell us where we are. They can see above the trees.
Yes. Okay.
So,
God, it's something.
Legolas your ass up that tree and ask that
Legolas,
owl
yeah.
some information, please.
I'm reading what my ability to verbally communicate is beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, the beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters whenever perceived in the day. Okay, so I have to. What do I got to do to climb up a tree, or do I have to, or can I just cast it and then just automatically start talking to owls? I don't know.
I would say it's not, the tree's not too big to where you can't
like just yell
like
up.
you can't, yeah, you can't just be like, "Hey, owl."
Hey, what's up?
Hoot, hoot, hoot.
The owl just kind of turns its head around at you. Who are you?
God damn it.
I think we're lost. You know which way to Baldur's Gate?
I don't know what a Baldur's Gate is.
Maybe
No.
Baldur's Gay? I don't know if we've been saying it right.
Ask him where the road is.
We've been on the road.
The road, is that beaten down
The path where the the path where the humans go. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
1 second, and you see it flies up. A couple moments go by. You hear the kind of flap, 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 and it lands on a slightly branch. Like, the road, as you called it, is just a little bit that way, and it with its wing, it kind of points southeast of you.
All right, I write that down, southeast on a compass. I look up to Kay and say, Kay, let's get one more question. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Ask how many licks does it take to get to the
God,
What's a Tootsie Pop? Thanks, mate. I think I saw some rats down there.
Oh, thank you.
Cavonian
Cheers.
Cavonian stares directly into the owl's eyes for like a few seconds, and then I just flare out my jacket straight to the sides.
You hear it screech in pain as the moonlight reflects off of your outfit.
I put it back and I start moving with the group. It was just my form of communication.
All right. So you head back in the direction it pointed. Takes a bit more time out of you find your way back to the road. You continue heading, and it's getting to the point where it's early. It's like 2-3 in the morning. You come across, like as you're walking or as you're on your donkeys, you see faint torchlight, kind of outlining this moderately sized building. So as you get closer, this dimly lit sign of just a big bicep hanging from the front on the front of this building.
I look up. That kind of looks like a dick.
It's very phallic.
It does look like a dick.
Oh
And that looks like the balls right there.
Oh my.
Look, it's got veins.
And why does it say, "Hey guys, looking for a good time? Come on in"?
Party mansion.
Hey, Kaywood, you might be right. It might be Baldur's Gay.
Pride Month.
Well, it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You guys want to go in here for a rest or what?
I think we need to.
All right, you guys walk in. There's no real life going on. You've got just like the overnight guy kind of sitting in a chair behind the counter. He's asleep. So as you guys walk in, he's like, oh, what?
Do they have like a little bell at the thing? I just go ding.
You could, yeah. There's a little bell.
Ding.
A slight ding. He's like, oh.
And then I keep doing it. Ding. Ding.
He looks at the party. And he looks out the
Ding.
window and he's like, he grabs it
Ding.
slowly and he takes it away.
No.
He goes, you don't see many travelers coming in at this hour of night. How can I help you, friends?
Yeah, we were, we're just lowly travelers, look, hunters and traders here, and we're looking for a couple rooms for the night. Can you put a couple of travelers up?
Well, I've got 2 rooms available right now. Especially at this kind of short notice. If you guys don't mind just kind of cramming in, yeah, I have the rooms for you.
Well,
One room for 2 of us, and everyone else gets the other room.
Okay, let's not go crazy. We'll split the rooms.
Okay.
Come on, we've all been crammed into smaller spaces together.
He goes, all right, well, he turns around to grab the keys. He goes, that'll be one gold piece for both the rooms for the night total.
You got it. Flipping the coins.
He puts the keys on. He goes, you'll find them. They're upstairs, 3rd floor. Should be the last 2 rooms on the left.
Thank you, good sir. Much appreciated. Can
So-
you make sure that our donkeys get carrots?
What?
We have donkeys, and they require carrots.
Oh,
You don't have
I'll-
you don't have a valet.
yeah. I'll see what we have available. And enjoy your night.
Before we go to the rooms, we just have one question. That sign outside, is that supposed to be an arm or a penis?
Oh
It
my
looks like a
God.
penis.
This is the friendly arm.
Well, I think maybe you should change the name to the friendly penis. Have a good night.
All
It's a
right, so
penis.
you guys walk upstairs. Who's staying in what room?
Me and obviously Inafine are in one room with Chiron and Nori, since they're not here,
And Ruckus.
Okay.
and Ruckus, obviously. And then
And Kaywin, Kavonian, and Tinzo are in the other room.
Chiron. Yeah.
wait,
Alright.
Chiron with them. Yeah, Chiron's with them.
Chiron looks at Inafine and Fatu. He goes, "So we're gonna get weird."
You go in the other room. You're in the other room.
Says you. All right. So you guys go into your rooms for the night. You, Inafine, Fatu, and Nori, Kaywin, Chiron, Kavonian, and Tinzo. All right. It's early. It's like 3:34 in the morning. If you guys are planning on getting any kind of sleep, you're not hitting the road until like noon. But is there anything you guys do before you're taking your rest?
I think at this point, well, Cavonian at least just goes right to sleep, like passes right out.
Last thing you see before you pass out is just Chiron staring at you like, yeah.
That's
Do
right.
we have windows in our rooms?
What was that?
We have windows in our rooms?
Yeah, there are not like glass, but it's kind of like those old shutter, like the wooden. You open them up.
I open up the shutters and I scan everything just to make sure nobody's coming through, nobody's on the trail behind us.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
I rolled a 16.
16. As you're scanning the area outside, you're looking into your room's facing west. You're looking into the forest, and you could swear in the heart of the forest you see one small torchlight far in the distance. And with that torchlight, you could swear you hear the shittiest goblin death metal.
Would be how many fingers do goblins usually have on their hands? 3.
Yeah, 5, right?
It'd be 3-finger death punch.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask how far? Oh, it's more.
Can
than
I
800 feet,
do
right?
an investigation check to decipher how far he is?
Yeah.
detective skills like Batman?
Yeah. If you want to give me an investigation check, you think you see and hear this. You don't know. It's very dark. It's very late. You're very tired.
I call Inafine over because she has a better modifier. And we're both gonna check. I'm saying, come here and double check this for me. Make sure I'm not going crazy. She got a 13 and I got a 11.
As Inafine walks over and checks it herself, the area where you thought you saw the light, it's gone. There's no light. Any music you thought you heard is just there's nothing on the wind. It's quiet. You just hear the faint sound of of owls and small little insects outside. So when Inafine comes over and she does her little scan, she looks at you and she goes, I think you're tired. And she's like, it looks at you like, I think it's time for bed.
All right. Okay, let's go to bed.
As you're laying in bed, give me one more perception check, Fatu.
14.
All right. You are alert enough while trying to sleep that you hear the faintest of sounds in your room, and you wake up, and standing over you in as you're laying in your bed is Chiron. He's like, he looks at you and he's like, I thought we were getting weird.
Oh my god!
Go to fucking bed, Chiron.
Sup?
That's a Kevonian thing.
It's just like the sup.
Yeah. I'm wanted in this realm. I fuck kids. He just turns around and leaves. He gives you one of these. He just turns around. He walks out. The door closes behind him. You hear him enter the other room, and you just hear like Kevonian like, "The fuck are you doing? Shut up."
Are you jerking off?
Yeah.
Kevonian wraps himself in the duster even tighter. I
Yeah.
sleep in it now, by the way.
Yeah. He walks back into the room, looks at you. He goes, "Yeah, no, I'll never lose you." Everybody's gonna take a long rest, and I'm gonna end it there for the night.
Huzzah!
You're only a few hours outside of Baldur's Gate.
All right.
Kevonian's got some kind of solid fucking dagger being made for him, and he's gonna slowly become the Grandmaster Dragon of the.
I would say like mid-period Elvis, because he's a bard.
Maybe.
So he's
Oh
like,
yeah, I like it. We'll get
like
you some fucking. We'll get you a lot of like
an Elvis or Rick
jewel-
James
jewel
vibe.
stones. Yeah, we'll get you a bunch of jewel stones to bedazzle the shit out of that. Oh,
Yeah.
There was a time.
All right.
Only two people in the world that know that. That's the Chinese and the king. Look out, man!
chop you in half.
I can chop. Feel like I can chop a man in half.
Oh,
Look out, man!
all right. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah. That's it from me tonight, guys. It was
Okay.
fun. Adios.
So I guess I'll end the stream then. Bye, everybody.